Well, welcome back to Channel Run. Today I'm working on a Meyers snowplow headgear, and what's happening when I engage the switch to go up, the motor is not turning on. The motor needs to turn on, obviously, to pump the hydraulics to make the plow go side to side or up and down. There are three relays on here, two on the side. This is what activates it to go side to side, and then there's one on the back, and that's what allows the pump to divert the pressure to go into the ram to push it up and obviously to lower it. So you can hear the relays that are working. It's just a solenoid. So it's a very simple fix. Unfortunately, the solenoid that is here is a little bit different than the one I've had to borrow. So I've had to make a couple of changes. So that's what we're going to do today, is make this system work again. Now, before I start replacing this, if you get in a situation where the plow is down and you cannot bring it up, one of the things you can do is have somebody push the up button on the control and then just cross over the two terminals on the solenoid here, and it should go up. All right, so the plow is up. So now I can safely get this to where I need to go and work on this. Now for it to go down, you don't have to worry about running the pump because the solenoid is just releasing the hydraulics. So I'm going to go ahead and lower that. One of the things you can try, it could be just a loose ground on the solenoid, is you can kind of wiggle that a little bit while someone is pushing the button. You can do that. Or you can do what I like to do, it's a little bit easier and quicker, is just take your booster cables, put it on your ground side of your battery, and then go over to the solenoid itself, get on the ground side of that, which is the base. Hook that up, that'll give it a pretty good ground. Go ahead and try that and see if that doesn't work. So these are things that you can try before you go ahead and replace the solenoid. So what I got going on here is I'm just going to show you that I'm testing the relay itself, and if you've got someone to help you with this will go a little bit quicker. I'm going to go ahead and put my negative side of my test light on the battery, and the positive side is going to go on the signal wire of the relay itself. Now I've just got a clamp here so I can get in the truck and I can hit the button. When I hit the button, that light should come on, which it does, so I'll go ahead and do that right now. All right, so you saw that the LED lit up on the test light, and the clicking it was hearing was actually the solenoid on the headgear itself. So I know that I'm getting a signal here, and I've already checked my ground earlier. The solenoid that came with the Meyers system originally relies on the frame for the ground. The new solenoid does not. The new solenoid I like a lot better. We have to actually give it a ground, so there'll be a ground on one side and obviously our control wire on the other side, and then our pump in positive from the battery will go on the solenoid. Now before we go ahead and remove the solenoid, let's disconnect the battery. Doesn't matter which side. So make sure that you pay attention to what we have for wiring. I have two wires and two high voltage wires. My high voltage wires, obviously one's for the battery and one goes to the motor on the headgear. The other two, this wire here, which is coming right directly from the battery, this one is feeding the control system. And then this wire down here, which goes to the solenoid, that's the control wire. So you just make sure that you understand which ones those are before you take them off. We've already tested this one, like I showed you before, so we know that's a control wire. And this one here is white, so I know that one there is going to be my feed. Let's go ahead and get that out of there. That's my battery, and that there is my pump. All right, so there's the old one right there. So you can see there's a bit of a difference in the size of them. This is original equipment right here that came with the Meyers system. I'm pretty confident that this one here is going to be just fine. Newer technology, it's probably sealed much better and so forth. So now what we need to do is we need to mount the new one. Okay, let's go ahead and recap of what we've done. We've installed the new relay. We have one side going to the pump, one side going to the positive side of the battery. Coming off that, we're going to the controls itself with this wire here. Coming back from the controls, we have our wire here that's feeding one side of the coil on the relay. And then we have another wire here that's coming out and it's going to the ground for the battery. So before I go ahead and start wire tying this up, let's go ahead and try it out. All right, success. So we're all set there. I'm going to go ahead and take that terminal back off there, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some wire ties, and I want to neaten this up just a little bit. This is a yard truck. It doesn't see the road or anything like that, and I'm not worried about things falling off. However, I still don't want to work on it in the middle of a snowstorm. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some wire ties on here just to kind of neaten this up a little bit. All right, well, there it is. Really not a whole lot to it. Just make sure that you pay attention to where your control wire is on your other relay. If not, just take a test light and you'll find it, and you should be all set. This is original equipment. It's probably much better than the one I replaced it with. I don't know. So let's get the first winter under our belt, and we'll go from there. Well, hope this helps you with your Meyers pump relay installation, and we'll see you next time.